This is Diné here, your time management expert, helping you to better manage your time as you work from home. And for those of you who are experiencing feelings of loneliness, helping you to transform those times when you're alone. While many individuals who work from home are finding it convenient when it comes to that work-life balance, there are quite a few experiencing that not so desirable feeling of loneliness. And it's not so much about being alone, although being alone could be a trigger for these feelings, but the underlying cause can differ from one person to the next. And it could get very unsettling when we're experiencing this from time to time. But once it's to the point where we're isolating ourselves, becoming overwhelmed by the feeling like the times that you're experiencing it is longer than the times when you're not experiencing it, then it's time to explore what's at the root of these feelings. It's common that these feelings can lead to mental illnesses, so it's important to address it before it gets to that point. But you may be wondering how. Well, in this video, I'll be talking about tapping into your subconscious in order to overcome those feelings of loneliness, and how using your subconscious mind cultivates a deeper connection to yourself. First, let's briefly talk about what the subconscious mind is. Simply put, your subconscious is impulsive, while your conscious is deliberate. The subconscious mind is actually what influences our thoughts, behaviors, and emotions, as opposed to our logical, rational, critical thinking conscious mind. Making changes to the subconscious mind will create a shift in perceptions regarding your feelings of loneliness. You can create a sense of connection and belonging in this physical world, which acknowledges us as social beings, as you are creating a new reality at a deeper level through the subconscious. So if you find yourself having negative thought patterns, such as, I am alone, people don't care about me, I am unworthy of love, and these thoughts or feelings are coming up even when you're around others, it's important to be mindful of this and work to rewire these thoughts, since it can perpetuate the feelings of loneliness. You could look at it as if you're hypnotizing yourself with those negative thoughts of, I am indeed alone, not cared about, or unworthy of love, as you're repeating this to yourself over and over again. Then that ultimately manifests in a way that your outlook and what you perceive works to prove that your inner dialogue is correct. Once you allow these negative thought patterns to spiral out of control beneath the level of conscious awareness and deep into your subconscious, where it becomes stored as a belief and it becomes your automatic way of thinking, and then it'll become so deeply ingrained. You could use the subconscious mind to create a different reality for yourself. And all of this subconscious programming to overcome loneliness becomes possible. So in this video, I'll be discussing in what ways or how this is possible. It's important to realize that there is good and bad in everything. So the subconscious mind, it can actually work to perpetuate those feelings of loneliness. So you may ask yourself, well, how? Well, one of the ways the subconscious can perpetuate that feeling of loneliness is because the negative self-talk gets internalized by the subconscious mind. When you're continually chanting messages to yourself like, nobody likes me, or I'm always alone, your subconscious fears become the source of your behavior. Underlying fears of being rejected or abandoned, or other fears that you may not even realize that you have, can materialize in self-sabotaging ways, such as avoiding social interactions, rejecting invitations from others, or isolating yourself. It becomes programmed and then becomes your default behavior. If the subconscious mind is fearful of being rejected by others, perceiving making connections with others, and is fearful to opening up and becoming vulnerable, making every attempt to avoid potentially getting hurt. It will put up defensive walls to prevent soulful and authentic connections from forming. Although our subconscious mind absorbs everything and is picking up all the little details and messages in our environment, it resonates towards what is and feels familiar, filtering reality to match our ingrained beliefs. So if your belief is that you are alone, it reinforces that external feedback and tends to overlook or dismiss when people are kind and trying to connect in order to do what it feels is best in an attempt to protect us. All hope is not lost to the subconscious mind. The goal should be to befriend it. Connect with the subconscious mind. Have a relationship with it. Connect with it to make it work for us. Use it to shift our emotional landscape so we can have deeper connections with others. So how could we do that? How could we use the subconscious to have deeper connections with others? Well, here are a couple of ways. The most direct way to override those limiting beliefs around your feelings of loneliness is meditation or using hypnosis. And it doesn't have to be just hetero hypnosis, where someone is doing hypnosis on you, but self-hypnosis works as well. Guided meditations help the subconscious internalize new positive patterns. So finding one that focuses on self-love and cultivating social connections is most beneficial if you're experiencing feelings of loneliness. Hypnosis works in that it uses that deeply relaxed, hypnotic state to make subconscious reprogramming more effective. If you're doing self-hypnosis, you would utilize your visualizations and affirmations once you've put yourself in that state. A simple way to get yourself in that state is to test your eyes to see if they lock. I have a video providing this step-by-step process, so check it out. Coming up with a positive suggestion that we can make to ourselves or an affirmation that resonates is one way to utilize our subconscious for our own good. And we would utilize it by repeating statements to ourselves like, I am worthy of love and meaningful connections. I attract kind and supportive people in my life. I am deeply connected to the world around me. And saying these or whatever suits you consistently and habitually, it will override that negative subconscious belief. Combating the negative with the positive every time it comes up, sooner or later it will accept the new message as the truth. Our innate energy is love. So consciously chanting the loving talk will have more weight and ultimately become our subconscious belief. Practicing visualizations where we are confidently socializing and connecting with others is nicely accepted by the subconscious mind and aids in removing lonely feelings. Visualizing and mentally rehearsing an outcome are very powerful means to connecting to your subconscious, as it allows the subconscious to see how things will play out once manifested, making it more of a reality to your mind. The thing that makes it so easy as well is that the subconscious does not decipher what is a reality from what is a visualization. From its perspective, it sees the mental imagery that you see in your mind as the same as the visuals that you see through your eyes. And once more replays of your desired reality is seen in your mind, that paves the way for it to be a reality in your physical realm. Taking time to vividly imagine yourself being embraced by your loved ones, engaging in joyful conversations, tapping into what it feels like to belong, allows the subconscious to then start to shift its perceptions into a more favorable way of seeing things. The practice of gratitude shifts your attention from feeling lonely and lacking connections to feeling showered with love. It's about redirecting your attention in order to rewire your subconscious mind to focus on being grateful. Doing the daily exercise of writing down 3 things that brought you joy in the day, whether it's a kind message, a pet's companionship, or a positive interaction you had, that gradually creates a mental shift from feeling isolated or disconnected to connection. Having it as a journal to refer to during those moments when you need it most, and you'll see things differently. Sooner or later, your mind will pick up on those experiences naturally, as you are training it to recognize love and support that you previously would have probably disregarded. Intentionally journaling those positive interactions that came up for you allows your subconscious mind to write about it freely, so your conscious mind can be aware of it, creating a conscious subconscious interaction. Engaging in some inner child exercises taps into the subconscious patterns that was initiated during childhood. Experiences that may have created trauma, neglect, or rejection when you were younger could be the cause of you feeling lonely. Some examples of inner child exercises would include 1. Writing letters to your inner child, letting them know of their self-worth. 2. Doing a visualization of the child version of yourself, feeling loved and accepted and cared for. Or 3. Healing past wounds by affirming safety and that connection exists for the child within. Notice if after doing some of these exercises for some time, the subconscious starts to resolve fears of abandonment and cultivates a sense of trust that starts to build within. With that comes more fulfilling and secure relationships as the internal work gets done, allowing it to reflect externally. Your conscious, intentional actions can impact your impulsive subconscious mind to affect your feelings of loneliness. What some may call exposure therapy is where you're just pushing through to take inspired action as you are motivated to change. It's like the fake it till you make it concept. The results of doing simple but powerful actions proves opposite to what the subconscious perceives, which in turn will create new beliefs. Things such as smiling at strangers, having a heartfelt conversation with an old friend that you've reached out to, or having a delightful conversation with someone that you just met, whether it's with an online group or a local community event that you had decided to attend to connect with people who are like-minded. Taking it step by step and being consistent helps to make it feel more natural as it gets easier and rewarding instead of anxiety-inducing. One of the most common and effective ways to overcome loneliness is cultivating a strong relationship with yourself. Our external world is a reflection of our internal world, and in a way, everyone is a reflection of ourselves. So if we are treating and perceiving ourselves with love and compassion, the subconscious mind will pick up on that. Our behaviors would change where we are naturally and authentically moving differently because it's coming from our programming. We'll have an internal sense of fulfillment with ourselves where there won't be any need for anything outside ourselves. Whatever comes from the external world would be a plus. Doing things like setting healthy boundaries, making time for activities that bring us joy, and positive self-talk are wonderful ways to cultivate self love while combating those feelings of loneliness, allowing ourselves to be more open and accepting of authentic relationships. Making changes to overcome those feelings of loneliness has to start from the inside out. Using our powerful subconscious mind to make practices like affirmations, visualizing, inner healing work, gratitude journaling, or meditation is most effective and worthwhile. Also, incorporating inspired action and self love can shift you from feeling isolated to feeling more connected, shift you from withdrawing to engaging more. It's a way to replace loneliness with love and belonging. Acting out these intentional techniques could make the difference for you. If you've tried any of these techniques, please share what and how it's been useful for you. I would encourage you to try some of these exercises on your own. And if strong emotions come up as you delve into these practices, don't be discouraged. Just take a pause and revisit it at a slower pace, realizing that you've tapped into something powerful. It could be the key to unlock the stuck emotions or feelings that arise for you. The fact that emotions are strong is a good thing and should be explored, but with caution to make sure that there are no adverse effects. If it is too much for you to handle, feel free to reach out to me or any trained professional who could guide you through so that the work that you've done so far doesn't go to waste, but instead it can be used to crack the door wide open to powerful healing. Visit my site at existentexcellence.org for your free guided meditation, specifically for combating those feelings of loneliness. If you would like to learn more about how to use the subconscious mind to overcome your feelings of loneliness, feel free to reach out to me using my profile Calendly link. And in the meantime, I thank you for watching, and until next time, goodbye.